Hi guys, in this video we're going to discuss market structure, the theoretical aspect of it, and then we're going to see it live on a chart as well because again, visual is always better than just me talking. But first of all, let's do theory. So market structure is defined as historical turning points, so points in history where market came up and then retraced, projected forward, which gives us a probability that the market would either hit that level or stagnate, or if it's broken, come back to that level and use it as a level to go further from. Now, what we like to define that turning point in history, well, basically we don't define it as just one line because one line in the market is never exact. So what we do is we create zones. We call them support and resistance zones. Now, with these support and resistance zones, what we do is we grab historical highs, right? And after we grab these historical highs, we look to see how many times price has actually come back and bounced from that price. Not broken through it, but bounced from it. So even if it breaks through it, comes back, it still bounces from it. And those we draw as zones because a zone is a little bit more accurate than an actual line. Price doesn't always come back to that line, but most of the time will come back to that zone. Now, these zones can be qualified into two different types, the support zone and the resistance zone. Basically, a resistance zone is when price comes from underneath it and it hits it, and then that gives us a chance for it to retrace back. For the support zone, price comes from above, it hits it, and it has a chance to retrace. Now, any resistance or support zone that is broken switches over and becomes support or resistance respectively. So if we break a resistance zone up, that might come back and become support for us. So you will see that in the examples on the chart. Vice versa, for a support zone, if that's broken down, it becomes resistance because price is coming from underneath it. Now, these support and resistance zones give us a strong indication of potential turning points. Support and resistance levels can be further broken down into two more categories, and that is major support, major resistance, and minor support and minor resistance. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about the major support and resistance. Major support and resistance are when price, let's say for resistance, when price comes up, it hits that level and then completely bounces off it and doesn't come back for a long while. That's vice versa for support. You've got the support, it comes back, it hits it and doesn't come back for a long while. We call those major resistance and support levels because price doesn't quickly come back to that level. Well, minor support and resistance levels are those levels that price comes up, bounces off it, just does a quick retracement, and then keeps going further. Those are the minor support and resistance levels. Now, let's see all this on a chart. And obviously, it's going to be more visual, not just me talking. Okay, so now we're on the chart. Let's see what major support and major resistance look like. And then we're going to talk about minor support and minor resistance. So first of all, we're going to talk about the major resistance. So as you can see, price came up, drove up, hit this point, retraced, hit this point again, and I would start drawing a line from the top of these highs, like so. Now we're going to see what happens in the future, and then we're going to see how we can actually draw the zone. So we have 1, 2 touches, price came up, and I would say that our zone would be somewhere with the third touch being this high. So we're going to draw a yellow zone so it sticks out from this grey chart. All right, so we have the top and the bottom of the zone. And now as you can see, as I said, price doesn't come back exactly to the line, but it broke the highs, came back, broke a little bit through our zone, and then it just jumped up. And as you can see, it keeps going, and our zone was close to being hit here. Then our zone was completely hit here, and price actually started to stagnate at this point before it just jumped back up. Okay, so this is major resistance. Now, as you can see, Major resistance, once broken, became major support. Okay, so now let's look at some support. Now, as you can see, this level was hit multiple times. So we can draw a zone from here all the way to the bottom of these lows. So this would be a support zone for us. Now, let's see what happens in the future. So price is driving up. So price comes down, hits our level, penetrates a little through it, and then just jumps up and continues on further. So this is what I mean by major support level. A minor support level will be something like this sort of situation, where price hits it, bounces off it multiple times, then breaks it, comes back, touches it, then keeps going down, touches it again, keeps going down, touches it again, comes back, touches it, bounces off it, breaks it, touches it, bounces off it, and so on. So as you can see, this was support, then came back, became resistance, then it became support again, then got broken again, became resistance, and then got broken again, became support, and then just price just flew off that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Now, please, please, please take 30 to 45 minutes for yourself and run through the chart and try to find the major support and resistance levels and minor support and resistance levels with the help of our zigzag trio indicator, because it shows you the turning points, and see how those were respected in the future. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you like its content, then please hit the like and subscribe buttons on YouTube, share it to your social media, follow us on social media, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome rest of your day until then.